Hi, my name is Renz Bulseco. I'm an air traffic controller currently assigned at Davao Approach Control, and I've been in the service for 8 years. An air traffic controller gives clearances and instructions to pilots to ensure the safe, orderly, and expeditious flow of air traffic.
Oh, nag-start na ba kayo?
Hindi, start pa lang.
Start pa lang.
So guys, welcome. Mga ano na, anong oras na ba? 5 o'clock. So that means para sa mga titas of Manila, it's coffee time. Coffee time tayo. Uy,
And
may
there was
pailaw. May pailaw si ano. I am Pilot Mike.
And I'm Pilot Franco.
And we have our guest today, again, si Renz, who will be talking about how to navigate the
Yes.
Philippine skies. O, di ba, lalim?
Yeah.
So Renz, review mo lang yung ating viewers. What
Oo
is
nga.
an ATC?
So for review guys, an ADC is an air traffic controller, and our job is to provide a safe, orderly, and expeditious flow of air traffic.
Tama.
So kami mga pilots, we know how to fly the planes. Pero once the aircraft starts moving, somebody instructs us on the ground on where to taxi, going to the runway, takeoff clearance, after airborne, yung altitude, yung speed, yung heading na nililipad
Yes.
namin.
As Mike said,
our all
glorified
control.
bus drivers, glorified traffic enforcers.
Yes, long time joke. Pilots are glorified bus drivers directed by
Me.
Oh.
Zulu Yankee.
Wow, alam mo
Zulu
na yun, ah.
Yankee.
Air traffic controller separates traffic through vertical and horizontal separation. Air traffic controllers do that by the use of radar and position report.
So how does ATC separate traffic?
Totoo.
On the ground muna.
Okay.
Oo.
On the ground muna, may separation na doon, which means na from the pushback, from the taxiing, so we have to take note yung mga wingspan ng aeroplano, and at the same time, yung pagpupushback, magdidepend yan sa efficiency.
Efficiency on what?
Efficiency on how can I help the tower controller, kasi since ground controller pa ako, how can I help the tower controller make the very efficient na departure na less delay?
So what about in the air naman? How do you separate traffic in the air?
So sa air, we have two basic separation, which is vertical and horizontal. Vertical first. Vertical, dapat ang lahat ng mga aeroplano lumilipad, 1,000 feet lang yung separation minimum.
Yeah.
1,000, so let's say, may aeroplano ako, airplane A flies 7,000 feet. Ito, 8,000 feet, 9,000 feet, 10,000 and so forth and so on. Sa horizontal naman, i-generalize ko na to. Let's say, nasa radar environment tayo. Pwedeng, ang aeroplano can fly at the same altitude.
Yeah.
Basta, ang lateral separation is 5 miles.
Okay.
There are
5
some
miles, for our viewers, that's almost 10 kilometers
Yeah.
separation. Separation, yeah. So a lot of our passengers and viewers are asking, anong traffic sinasabi ng mga piloto? Bakit sabi ng traffic? That is because we have that much separation in between aircraft.
Yes,
5 nautical miles, 10 kilometers, talagang hindi mo makikita yung leading traffic mo or yung vicinity traffic mo because it's 10 kilometers away.
Pero for us, malapit na yun.
Oo, yun yung nearest na yun. Oo.
Yan yung minimum. And there are some airports na very efficient yung system nila.
Yeah.
They can go as low as 3 miles separation na lateral.
Grabe, no?
Yun.
Well, although sa terminal, medyo paliit na rin yung
yun din, yeah.
separation.
As you go near the airport, paliit na paliit yung separation, yung horizontal.
Yeah.
Pero kung
Pero
nasa
vertical,
en route, mas malaki.
Mas malaki.
There are two types of radar used in air traffic control. Now, the first one is the PSR, and the second one is the SSR. The PSR only displays the target and the weather. The SSR displays more information like the aircraft call sign, the aircraft type, altitude, and speed. Now, we use them simultaneously because we get the weather information from the PSR and the aircraft identification from the SSR. PSR means primary surveillance radar.
Tama. Tinetest ko lang.
Secondary
Tinetest ko lang.
surveillance radar.
Oo, tama.
Points, may tayo 0.
Now I know.
Okay, so anong difference ng dalawa niya?
Okay, so yung primary radar, ang binabato lang niya is, di ba, nagpropagate ng signal.
Yes.
Ang binabalik lang niya sa screen is yung target. Wala pa yung kung ano yung altitude niya, call sign,
call sign.
speed.
So,
and-
what do you see? Just a blip? Blip lang
Just a
talaga.
blip.
Tatandaan
So,
mo kung sino siya.
Tapos,
So, paano pag marami ng aircraft?
Yeah, so maraming dots
Talagang
doon.
tatandaan mo
Yeah.
kung sino yung dots na yan.
yeah. Yan yung yung parang way before na technology.
Oo.
Tapos here comes the secondary radar, which
Is anyone still using that type of technology sa Philippines?
yung PSR kasi very important niya siya for weather. So usually there are some airports that use both.
Oh.
Yeah. So they can get the functions of the both PSR and SSR.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sige, yung SSR naman. Kala ko yan super surveillance radar. Level up yan, di ba?
Secondary lang.
Secondary lang.
Kasi ang secondary, which means may target, so may ident siya, kaya may squawk code.
Yeah.
Through that generated squawk code, may unique ident. So nandun yung call sign, yung speed, yung present altitude,
Yes.
tapos and other important information.
Nako, kaya pag kami nagkamali ng pasok ng squawk code sa transponder namin, tatawag na si Renz. Pilot Talk Show.
Confirm squawk code.
Confirm squawk code.
Confirm squawking.
Uy, kala ko sinet mo. Siyempre, tingin na kayo. Secret
Rather
lang.
identify.
It happens kapag
Yeah,
ginanto ka na.
Totoo.
Okay.
O tara, punta tayo sa coffee shop namin.
Sa coffee shop ni Pilot Franco, guys. Ayun na, galingan mo Franco, pakapalan ng mukha. O, sige, ang ganda kasi nung ano eh.
Interviewin na kami mabilis lang. Papayag ka kaya kung mapo kami sa kapag ikaw ng bed. I-interviewin namin kasi si Gerald Anderson. Ay, sorry.
Ganda kasi. Ay,
Sure ka, ate?
game. Okay.
Salamat ate.
Okay, pero pumayag din isa. Pag wala ng mask, diyan kami mag-shoot ha.
Thank you.
Eh dito sa kitchen, pwede. Ito, ba't sila hindi naka-mask? Oo, ito, hindi naka-mask to. Pumayag, pero in fairness, pumayag.
For sure, Renz, nakapasok ka na sa isang cockpit ng eroplano, no? Ang lalaki ng mga windshield namin. Because we get a lot of questions from our viewers. How do we navigate the aircraft? Or how do we get from point A to point B? Dalawa lang naman yan, through VFR or IFR. Ang VFR stands for Visual Flight Rules, meaning we navigate by looking outside, looking at yung mga rivers, mga roads, mga bundok, and then steer the aircraft according to those landmarks. Pag IFR naman,
Yes, IFR or Instrument Flight Rules. Kasi in our experience, in our fleet, our destinations require IFR flight plans. Kasi may mga sophisticated kami airports sa pinupuntahan. In our case. So, required namin gamitin ito. That's why, nakikipag-coordinate kami kay Renz dahil siya yung ATC, siya ang nagde-direct sa amin kung anong gagawin namin. So, ano ba usually ang ginagawa mo para sa amin simula sa gate?
So kung IFR flight, pag ready na kayo, usually nag-board na kayo ng mga pasahero, dun kayo nag-request ng clearance, ATC clearance.
Yes.
Ang ibibigay niyan is clearance delivery.
506 for cleared Narita Airport via Ponso for Romeo, Ponso Golf 578 Gurag. Flight plan route, flight level 150 until advised, Squawk 2764.
Supervisor 64, cleared to Narita Airport via Ponce for Romeo.
In short, lahat ng pwede namin gawin sa ere, kinlear na kami ni Renz.
So
Yung route, yung
nandun pa
route,
lang siya sa nagpo-board pa lang siya ng aeroplano, cleared na siya sa destination niya based sa routes na sa flight plan ng
Yes.
airline or the flight.
so yan, once we get the clearance, we get the taxi, we take off on the runway, and then oftentimes, meron din tayong tinatawag na SID for Standard Instrument Departure.
Kasi hindi naman pwedeng pagka-take off, kahit saan na kami pupunta, parang diretso na dito, kanan na dito. Nakakahiya naman kayo rin.
Grabe naman yung likuli ko. Pero tama. Yung SID, from the name itself, Standard Instrument Departure, meron kaming standardized waypoints na sinusundan, forming a line, and then bawat waypoint meron specific speed, specific altitude, to the point na para na kaming merong kalsadang sinusundan.
In a way, step by step na yung take off natin.
So for example, inassignan ka ng IPATA departure ng Manila, kahit sinong gumawa ng IPATA departure, standard yun. Yun yung parang, yan yung kalsada mong susundan in the sky.
Kumbaga pareho yun. In terms of altitude, direction, speed, walang pinagkakaiba.
And then madalas, ko-connect na yun all the way to an en route waypoint.
Yes.
Doon na papasok yung mga airways natin. So Renz, can you tell our viewers more about yung airways? Kasi kabisado mo lahat ng airways sa Pilipinas.
So yung airway, yun yung highway ng mga aeroplano. So doon sila dumadaan. So after nila mag-depart, mag-SID sila. So yung sabi ni Mike kanina na may pina-follow na parang sabihin natin, maliit muna na kalsada. Hanggang sa lalabas na siya ng subdivision, nandun na yung highway.
Yes.
Yun. So yun yung lahat ng mga airways dito sa Pilipinas konektado. So doon dumadaan yung mga aeroplano. Let's say kung papunta kayo ng Davao from Manila, hindi rin siya porket papuntang southbound.
Hindi yan direct route na.
Hindi siya
Diretso
direct
tayong
route.
Davao.
May sinusunod na siya ng mga waypoints o kung sasabihin natin yung waypoints, parang street name.
Yes. So let's say ako pupunta ako ng Green Hills, dadaan ako ng EDSA. So kung pupunta kami ng Cebu, dadaan ako ng Bravo 462. Parang ganun. Ngayon, after airways, pag papunta naman tayo sa destination.
Yan, descend na.
Descend na, di ba?
May sasabihin
Diretso
tayo.
na lang ba sa airport?
Hindi. Kasi, di ba may SID yung departure?
Okay.
Hindi. Ulitin natin yung yung acting. Davao approach ay mali. Nasabi ko yung airline.
Okay.
Davao approach, Pilotalkshow 123. Passing level 170, descending level 150.
Pilotalkshow 123 Davao approach. Good afternoon. Descend and maintain level 130. Expect RNP approach 105. We have information Delta.
Ay wait, sino ba nag-clear nung star?
Sila.
So Renz, ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng star? Acronym yan.
Ang STAR means Standard Terminal Arrival Routes.
Parang kinabahan siya sa sagot niya. Final answer.
Final answer.
So, ano ba ang STAR?
So yung STAR basically parang siyang SID or SID pero pang-arrival siya.
Kumbaga, yung STAR arrival, idadaan kami hanggat nakaharap na kami sa airport para landing na lang gagawin namin.
So parang yung STAR, papasok ka na ng subdivision.
Oo.
So kung papasok ka ng subdivision, ipa-follow mo yung kung ano yung route na papunta ng bahay mo.
Sino bang minibisita mo? Lagi kang sa subdivision.
Oo nga
Saan subdivision ba yan?
Sa Green Meadows. Oh,
Wow, yamanin! Yamanin, kaya pala laki-laki ng cake niya. Tinan mo, yung cake niya, pang 3 tao. Siya lang yung nakaka-afford niyan. So yan guys, i-summarize natin. From the time maka-take off tayo, meron tayong sinusundan na standard instrument departure. Ko-connect yan to an airway, yun yung mga highways natin in the sky. Pag magde-descend na tayo at pa-arrive sa destination, meron na tayong STAR or Standard Terminal Arrival. So, meron kaming parang mga sinusundan na mga ways, mga roads in the sky.
So yun naman, nagsasalita yung sa ways, kami yun yung turn left.
Actually,
Yun, turn right.
So, paano yan? Pag nakarating ka ng Manila, tapos medyo maraming eroplano, medyo ma-traffic. Anong ginagawa ng ATC?
So sa Manila, may specific sila na number of arrivals na kaya lang nilang i-handle. So this is to ensure na hindi ma-infringe yung minimum separation for both lateral and vertical. Pero lateral yun siya eh. And since Manila is the busiest airport in the Philippines, right?
In the world.
We're gearing towards that.
Yes. Ilalaban natin yan sa Miss Universe.
Kumbaga parang pumipila ka lang sa Jollibee, di ba?
Grabe naman yung pila sa Jollibee.
Hindi, kasi parang ganun din yung sa aeroplano eh, di ba? Kailangan natin pumila kung hindi na tayo ma-accommodate. Ngayon, pwede lang ba kaming tumigil sa ere?
Try mo. Pag mahaba yung pila, anong gagawin na sa amin?
So pag mahabang pila, may tinatawag kaming holding pattern na procedure.
So mag-i-instruct sila ng holding pattern wherein the aircraft will fly in parang race track pattern.
Kasi syempre, hindi naman kami pwedeng tumigil lang sa ere. Kasi syempre, mahuhulog tayo lahat.
An aircraft needs to keep moving or keep flying for it to stay in the air. The moment you slow down too much, mawawalan ng lift yung aircraft. So, marami tayong mga viewers nagtataka, bakit ba ikot ng ikot yung aeroplano? You are doing a holding pattern.
You are waiting for your turn. So ngayon dahil nag-holding tayo sa taas, naiisip na maraming viewers, ba't ang tagal? Ba't hindi na lang diretsong ipaland lahat ng mga eroplano, di ba?
Oo, kaya pag dikit-dikitin, bakit nga ba?
Bakit nga ba, Renz?
Number 1, sumisweldo tayo pag mas matagal yung
Ay,
flight.
huwag mo sabihin. Secret natin yan.
Okay, sige. Bakit nga ba? Bakit nga ba hindi na lang pinaglalapit-lapit yung mga aircraft?
Kasi may tinatawag tayong wake turbulence separation.
Ang wake turbulence is a byproduct of the lift of the aircraft. So pag lumipad ang mga eroplano, yung wings niya generate lift and behind the wingtips or yung wings niya, meron parang mga vortex or tornado yan. Pag ginugil niya yan, makikita nyo may paikot na hangin sa likod ng mga pakpak ng aircraft. Now, kung dalawang magkasunod na malalaking aircraft, konting shake lang yan, parang mararamdaman yung turbulence. But, if you have a leading aircraft na jumbo jet, and then may minalas na Cessna sa likod niya, that wake turbulence is strong enough to flip the aircraft or cause structural damage. Kaya importante ang wake turbulence separation or just separation inside the terminal area.
Di ba parang tayo, pag may ambulansyang gumalaw sa daan, didikitan mo?
Grabe, tama. Oh. Doon ka babaksak sa ambulansya pag na-wake turbulence ka.
Sarap na na.
Yeah, chocolate wave.
Saan pupunta yung next nakita?
Okay, mag-rent kami ng Cessna 172, tapos pupunta kami Cebu.
Anong sa'yo mo dyan, Boss Richard?
Pwede. Sabi ko nga, pag yumaman ng pilot talk show, bilhin na tayo aeroplano.
Kapi ka muna. Para kabahan kasi sa sinasabi mo.
Don't skip ads. Para next time, bibilang kami ni Pilot Mike ng aeroplano.
Pag skip kayo ng skip, hindi mag-uubad si Franco. Sige
Hindi,
kayo.
pero technically, magkano ang renta ng Cessna 172?
10,000 per hour yun,
Diba? Corregidor tayo, from Palaridel.
Spell mo yung Palaridel?
Plaridel. Papa Lima Alpha.
There are three ways that air traffic control and pilots communicate. Now, the first one is through VHF radio, which is the primary means of two-way communication. However, the range of VHF is limited. This is when you will need to use the HF. Another way is through CPDLC. It is just like sending a text message between pilots and controllers.
So may tatlong paraan on how pilots and ATCs talk. VHF o very high frequency radio. Number 2 is yung HF or high frequency radio. At number 3, CPDLC.
VHF, kung malapitan lang, let's say within the airport or you're within the terminal area. HF naman, pag medyo malayo-layo na, let's say nagko-cross ka na going to Singapore, ng South China Sea, malayo ka na sa Manila controller, kailangan gamit mo na HF. Sometimes, meron din tayong CPDLC na parang tinetext na lang natin. Yan talagang pangmalayuan na yan. So, text, hey, who you, gano'n. Hindi, yan.
Hindi mo pwedeng gamitin yun kung san-san lang, syempre.
Pag si Renz lang.
Ayun.
Kumain na yun.
Pero syempre for us, gusto namin gamitin yung CPDLC kasi parang text lang siya. VHF pwede rin, pero medyo mahirap din gamitin yung HF no?
Parang when there is something that we need to convey, we use the most expeditious manner. So kung ano man yan, kung mas mabilis ka mag HF, VHF, parang radyo, parang yung walkie-talkie type. Yan, sige. Pero pag hindi ka niya marinig, sige, text mo na siya sa CPDLC, piso.
So again, we would like to thank Renz for being our guest at in-explain niya kung paano ba talaga mag-navigate ang mga piloto at airlines sa taas and kung paano namin sila kinakausap and all other good stuff.
Ang dami kong natutunan, mga hindi ko alam. Si Renz lang pala yung sagot. Thank you for giving us your time, kahit medyo kalokohan tayo. So guys, if you like this episode, don't forget to hit that like button.
And if bago kayo, please do subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell para alam nyo kung may bago kaming video.
Very important yung notification bell na yan. Again, I'm Pilot Mike.
And I'm Pilot Franco.
And I'm Renz or Zulu Yankee from Zava Approach.
And this is the Pilot Talk Show.
3, 2, 1, action.
Nagre-retouch pa siya.
Ay, normal yan.
So sana tayo.
Dami yung mong sinasabi.
Pero may mas magandang star pa yan.
Sino ba bang mga star? Teka, sinong mga star? Mega Star.
Patrick Star.
Patrick Star.
Whiskey Tango. Okay, nagkamali ako. Sorry. Ano nga ulit? Zulu Yankee. Ginawa mo akong wake turbulence. Labo.
Whiskey Tango.
Okay, isa pa. Or Yankee Zulu. Sorry. Ano ulit? Hindi ko na sasabihin. Isa pa.
Teka, sumida ko sa'yo.